So, as promised, a number of people have mentioned about wanting to make their own videos, and I have said that I'll show people what I've got, which, you know, it might not be the best setup, it might not be the cheapest, but it certainly a lot less money than what you could spend. So I have two cameras. I have the GoPro 7 and I have the GoPro 10. Now, my preference is the GoPro 7 for reasons I've stated in other videos, and I'll repeat now. So this is the GoPro 7. Costs somewhere around £220 to buy now. You might be able to get one cheaper. You might have to pay a bit more, but you'll notice there's the door missing here. I've pulled that off. It wasn't missing when I bought it. And you'll also notice there's nothing to attach it to anything with. So what I bought was a case, and initially the first case was literally just had, in fact I've got it here. So this was the first case. Camera slips in there and it allows you to clip it to your helmet or your bike or wherever. But when I realised you needed the mic adapter, which is this, to give you a 3.5mm jack, because GoPro didn't see fit to make their camera easily wireable to an external mic. But what they did do is they created this, which they can sell you for between £40 and £50. You might be able to get one cheaper second hand, and I can't see that there's a lot to go wrong with them. I suppose it could be soaked in water. That would probably stop them working. So that then clips in to this. So then you've got all this gubbins to fasten to your bike, and people have done all sorts of things. They've put Velcro onto this and Velcro onto the helmet so it sticks on to the side of the helmet. But what I found was a case like this, which houses both the GoPro and the mic adapter. It's quite simple. The mic adapter goes through there. It's a bit fiddly, but when it's in, and your camera goes in there. Now, one important thing to remember is that once you've taken this door off, it's no longer waterproof or water resistant, because I don't think they say that they're actually waterproof, they're just water resistant. This then folds over and plugs in. You have a sliding door, which is a little bit fiddly, but that goes in and clips in. Then all of a sudden you've got it all in one unit, one neat unit. And this clips onto your helmet eventually, which I'll get to. So as well as your case, which this case was, I think, £16, £16.99 or something like that, and it came with loads of other stuff, screen protectors, I can't remember what else it came with, but because I never used them. You can also attach things on top here if you wanted, if you're using it for other things. Then what you'll need, if you want to mutter as you go along, is a microphone. And I've spent reasonable amounts of money on microphones. I've got quite a collection of microphones, but this I've found to be the best. without actually spending £300 or £400. And this was £6.99. And this would plug into there. Now, quite clearly you can see it isn't going to reach. It could actually reach from there. It could hook that round the front of the helmet. If you could come up with a fastener, I suppose. What I have is an extension. And again, this was £4.88, something like that. I have a number of these different ones that, because I've been experimenting with the GoPro 10, trying to improve the sound. But they're not very expensive. I have paid a lot more for one, but it's no better and no worse than this. That then plugs into there. You attach this in your helmet, which I'll show you shortly, and that plugs into there. So all of a sudden you're starting to see how the setup might work. And that's it. Once you've got that, you're away, almost. What you need next, and you will get some with your GoPro if you buy it new, I think, are some little 3M self-adhesive brackets here. You'll also get one of these type brackets and maybe a couple of these connectors, and this just slides onto there. So you'd stick this onto the helmet, that onto there, that onto there. What you will find is that they're generally made of plastic and they break, but you can buy a bag of them, a whole bag of gubbins. I think this was about £10 or something, but they vary between 10 and, well, between 5 actually, between 5 and £15, and they're actually not much different to the GoPro own stuff, except a fraction of the price. Now, I have a number of these attached to my helmet. Finding the right location, it's down to you and the type of helmet that you've got, because all helmets are different shapes. Originally, I used to have it at the side of my helmet. I didn't like that. It's not a very nice view, so I wanted it round the front, and the first thing I tried was this. So the bracket goes further round the front of the helmet, and you can see that fastens on the side, and that brings it to the front of the helmet. And the advantage with this is you can swing it about and move it about and get it into a better position. You may need to adjust it slightly, so you get, this isn't the right one, but another lever, and you can get different lengths so that you can get it just about in any position that you want. As I say, at the moment, these come in different shapes. You can see that one is curved that way. The one I've got on my helmet is curved that way, so it sits that way, and in fact it's on the helmet at the moment. That would go on there with the camera there, and I'll show you that on the helmet before I go on to the GoPro 10. So the helmet, this is a Shui. You can see I've got one on the side here, which I don't use. This is the one on the side which you'd use this for, and this is the one on the front, and you can see it fastens on there, and this goes on to there. You put the screw in. Now initially you sort of look and think, wow, you're not going to be able to see out of that. But actually, you can't. It doesn't interfere at all with your field of vision. It's quite amazing, because I guess because you actually hold your head a bit more like that when you're on the motorbike. You'll see as well on here, this is one of the other cables I've got, that then plugs into there, and plugs in here to the microphone that just runs along the inside there. It's behind the foam lining here and pokes out at the front. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Maybe you can just see it here. You can see the end of it here. I've got some blue tack around here. This is because I've been messing about with the GoPro 10, trying to stop the interference that comes through. I will show some video from this camera. You've seen lots of it anyway, particularly on the Kawasaki, and you'll see no matter how fast you go with it, the sound quality is good. You can hear the engine, you can hear a little bit of wind, and you can hear my voice, my droning, muttering voice.
So, 70 miles an hour, very still, very stable. It's not the most powerful bike in the world, but you've got plenty of power to do overtakes in real life situations.
And so the GoPro 7, it's my favourite, I've got to be honest. Now, to show you the GoPro 10, which I'm filming with, which, you know, don't get me wrong, the GoPro 10 is a fantastic camera from the filming point of view, but when it comes to the sound, I just can't get it right. I'm not going to spend, you know, it's been suggested you can spend £300-400 on a microphone. I'm not prepared to take that risk to spend £300 on a microphone to get exactly the same result. You know, I've spent £50-60 on microphones, worse than ever. Of course, the quality of microphone can actually make it worse because it's picking up too many things. And the issue, I think, is with the internal workings of the GoPro, and that it's trying to be too clever and sort too many things out and separate the wind. And it's just, I think the term is too hot. So the better microphones are too hot. The cheaper microphones are a little bit thick. It's like the kid you want as your scrum half. You know, it picks up just enough sound of everything and doesn't overwork the GoPro. Anyway, that's the GoPro 7, that's the setup. Now I'll show you the GoPro 10. So this is the GoPro 10, slightly bigger than the GoPro 7. Now you'll see here I've pulled the door off because this is where the microphone adapter would normally go, but GoPro make a media mod, which is this malarkey here. And you can see it's got round the back here, it's got 3 ports, and there's your microphone jack. It's got a power point here so you can charge or connect to your computer, and at the top here a thing to connect it to your TV if you want to play back. I don't do that, I can't be bothered. Once you've got the door off, it slides into there, clips up, and this has got this great big mic, which they are really good. This is a front, it's It's got a back, and in your settings you can set it to front or back. Possibly a bit of a pain because if you're holding it and you're pointing at something and you want to turn around and you've got it set to the back, all of a sudden your voice disappears, which you can see on one of the videos I did, I think on the Kawasaki, when I did a bit of a walk round, or it might have even been the saddlebag that I did a little review of. Now, for fastening it, you don't need another case because the GoPro 10 has little drop-down brackets, exactly the same as the other. It attaches to this. Now, this bracket on here that I've got these, let me show you. These ones, they're actually aluminium, they're not plastic. I thought I'd give them a go. But one of the things I find with it is that they're actually quite hard to tighten up because they are metal instead of plastic. There's no sort of real give in it, which means they don't break, but they are difficult to get really tight. Now, so exactly the same as the 7, except your microphone plugs in the back. And that's it, exactly the same. Now with both the GoPro 7 and the GoPro 10, you don't have to have it switched on. If you decide you want to do some filming, just push that once on top and you're off, you're recording. Now, something else with this that I have seen is you don't necessarily need the microphone in the helmet. I've seen somebody just have it on the back and they talk and it actually picks it up from the helmet. Now, I did try that and it didn't seem to work so well for me. So whether it's about the distance this is from here, maybe I could get it closer, so that it's sort of sat there. I don't know if that would make any difference, but I like having the microphone in the helmet. But I may well try that again. Like I say, the GoPro 10 is a lovely camera. The media mod's fantastic, but it's just the sound issue. There are a lot of settings on there, but not too much to do with the audio. What you really want is to be able to just dial it down a touch, I think, but you can't. So I'll persevere a little longer, try a few other things. I keep looking out for other videos where suggestions crop up for correcting it, but that's where we are with it. So that's it. That's my little video on the setup. I reckon, obviously not with the GoPro 10, but with the GoPro 7, you can get set up for what, £220 for your camera, £40 say for your mic adapter. That's 260. So under £300 you can be set up and off vlogging and getting your videos on the YouTube, and I look forward to seeing some of them. I hope some of you do, because it is good fun and it's quite a little community, I think. And it's amazing, even if you think something's not interesting to other people, it often is. It often is. So I hope this has been helpful. Anyway, so next, hopefully, I'll be test riding a bike tomorrow. I will be using the GoPro 7 because it's reliable and I know that it works. So catch you then.